Hello Virgo, my name is Jason. Thank you for visiting my channel. This is your mid-January reading for 2019, so the second half of January. It's a general reading, take you anywhere from now until a few days before, after the period. Could be about love, any projects you've got on, careers, things like that. Okay, Virgo, you go into the second half of January with the Knight of Wands energy. Fantastic. So you're feeling quite charismatic, quite passionate about something, competitive perhaps. So perhaps you're feeling, have you won some kind of a competition or been in some kind of a competition, feeling quite good about how you are going with it? You're feeling really passionate about some new thing or some community event or something that you've been part of perhaps, and you're feeling quite optimistic about things, happy with yourself, and in a good mood by the look of it, Virgo. Fantastic. We'll try and clarify a bit later on what that might be. Your challenge, you have in the challenge position, you have the Six of Cups. Okay, so the Six of Cups talks about the good old days, also talks about nostalgia, talks about people from the past coming back. So perhaps you've met someone someone has returned from a long time ago, or you've met someone that you met years ago, and it may have brought up some issues for you. I'm thinking there might also be like an elderly relative or someone that might be ailing somehow. Either way, this card's asking you to overcome the challenges of whatever that is from the good old days. Try not to get stuck in the past. Okay. You'll see here that this person here, the one person giving flowers to the younger person there. So look at the past with fondness, by all means, but don't be stuck there. Okay, that's the feeling I'm getting with that one. Okay, Virgo, your hopes and fears. You have King of Swords. Okay, so the King of Swords, perhaps there's some news coming, some kind of a legal judgment, or you might have to deal with some lawyers or people in authority, and I'm feeling that it's maybe some insurance thing, and it could just be a bit of a nuisance for you perhaps. You might be asked to fill out paperwork or do something, but this is basically news which is coming, which is might be feeling a bit onerous. Now remember, it's just a fear. Okay, that's what I'm getting there. So you're worried that something might happen, or there's something legal I'm feeling, okay, as well. So we'll see if we can clarify that. Sorry, that's not very clear. Something will come. Okay, the best attitude for you to take. All right, so you have the Judgment card. Now this is also known as sort of the Karma card as well. So you've done some work on something, and it's time to appreciate the benefits of that work, of the outcomes of that. Okay, and so rejoice in what you have and the achievements that you have. Look at there's a judgment being made here. The universe has given you something, some skill or some expertise that you've been able to use, and it's allowed you to rejoice in something. Okay, look, everyone's happy, the whole family's happy. So you've got mum, dad, kids there, and it's like something you thought may have been dead and buried. So these people coming out of these coffins here, and then there's a new sense of togetherness now, a new sense of life being sparked up, a rebirth. Okay, so that's feeling pretty good. If it's about making decisions, so if there's a decision which needs to be made, this is in the best attitude position. If there's a decision needs to be made, be prepared to really realise that once this decision's made, it's quite a big decision, there'll be no going back. Okay, so that's be prepared to just accept the consequences or the payout or whatever it is of the decision that's being made here, okay? Whether it's your decision or whether it's someone else's decision, then you might be given two options and you need to choose one of them. So it might not be totally in your control, okay? But it's a manifestation of something which you've been working for in the past. Either that, or as I say, it could be to do with this rejoicing in the skills and the winning, the victory that you've had about something. But we'll clarify that. So the best attitude to take, you have the Fool, or sorry, this is not the best attitude. Sorry, this is the outcome card. So the outcome of using these energies the way they might be at the end of the month, you'll be feeling like a fresh start, ready to go. Okay, so the slate's been wiped clean. So this Judgment here has somehow given you the option here to start again afresh. What a great way to end the month of January. And let's go through, I'll clarify now. I won't perhaps clarify all the cards, just the ones that come to mind. So you're feeling quite strong with the Knight of Wands energy, quite fiery, enthusiastic, a little carefree. So perhaps you've been feeling a bit bound by something, and then you've got out into some fresh air. I'm feeling the air blowing, and it's freshened you up, and it's like fed your fire. You know, the Knight of Wands is a fire sign, and it's like, is there an air sign's come around or something to do with air, and it's given you a sense of freshness, a sense of victory, a sense of newness, of it's reinvigoration. So the Knight of Wands is quite an invigorated kind of an energy. Let's see, why is the Knight of Wands here? Let's have a look and see what's the Knight of Wands about for Virgo for the second half of January 2019. What was the Knight of Wands here? And you have Three of Cups. Okay, celebration. Okay, so the Three of Cups talks about celebration. So again, there's some kind of something you've won and it's causing you to celebrate. What was this one? Something. Why is the Knight of Wands here? What's the Knight of Wands celebrating? And you have Nine of Cups. It's a wish come true, whatever it is. So something you were working on for a while, and you've had some wish come true. This is, I don't know how much longer I can keep going with this. So look, you're celebrating a wish come true, whatever it is that you've been working on. Let's try and narrow it down one more. Let's give us a clarifier here for the Knight of Wands. What are they celebrating? It's a wish come true. It's something's paid off big time. Celebration. Ten of Cups. So this is what a fantastic start. So it's looking like a real sense of closeness, a lot of family time, family victory, family rejoicing in something. Beautiful cards. Ten of Cups, Nine of Cups, Three of Cups, all cards of celebration. Knight of Wands, just energized, invigorated. So what a great feeling, Virgo, to have. I still don't know what it's about. They're just beautiful cards. Let's have a look at this Six of Cups and find out what this nostalgic feeling is about. The challenge here. What's the challenge with the Six of Cups? Why is the Six of Cups here? Why is the Six of Cups here in the challenge position for Virgo? You have here Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune is quite a lucky card. It's something that perhaps you haven't, some luck which has come along which you haven't necessarily worked for. So it could be, you know, winning something, and it's about using this win to the right energy. So something from the young people. So perhaps there's been a young person's been quite lucky here, and you maybe need to work out how to use that success of that young person, how to harness it, but look, it's a beautiful card. So a young person in your life or someone from the past, there's been some good luck, or they've brought you some good luck, they've brought you some recognition, they've helped you move on in your relationship somehow, or brought you together. I don't know what that's about. Let's have a look. I'm not being drawn to take that anywhere. Even though it's in the challenge position, it's such a nice card, really, the Wheel of Fortune. In the feeling I'm getting from it, sometimes the Wheel of Fortune can indicate, not necessarily the best thing happening, but this is feeling pretty good. So let's have a look at the King of Swords. Why is a King of Swords here? What seems to be the fear, Virgo, for the second half of January? Why is a King of Swords here? No, I won't take those. They didn't really come out. Okay, the King of Swords. Why is a King of Swords here in the hopes and fears position for Virgo? Okay, and we have the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords talks about feeling trapped in a situation, trapped in a mindset usually. So perhaps there's a question been raised about whether someone should commit to something, not necessarily a relationship, maybe commit to an education program or a sport, or moving house, or changing living arrangements, or something like that. And you're worried that whatever this decision is, if it goes that way, it might restrict you somehow. It might lock you into something. So it might lock you into traveling a lot. It might lock you into maybe seeing someone less than you want to see them. That's what I'm getting there. But it's just a fear. And because it's with the King of Swords, I'm thinking that it could have something to do with something legal, and it would almost say that someone's worried about going to jail, but I don't think that's what we've got here, perhaps. But I'm thinking that, it's just something about some decision which is being made by some institution or someone working in an institution, and it might just lock. Someone might be travelling away for work, perhaps, and it's going to restrict your behaviours or your patterns somehow. Okay. The best attitude to take is to rejoice in the freedoms that you have, rejoice in the decisions which are being made. That looks like in the end, whatever they are, it's about just support this decision and try to take the good from whatever this decision is. That even though you're feeling that it might entrap you somehow, it's talking about change, growth, and rebirth. So the Judgment card so often talks about rebirth. It's like changing some structures around, freshening something up, being able to see something from a new angle. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. This whole idea of the Eight of Swords, remember, it's just a fear. This is just a fear of the restriction that it might provide. So the Fool card. So this new journey, I don't even really want to clarify the Fool, because the Fool doesn't need clarification. It's already pure. So it's looking like that's what I've got for you there, Virgo. Hopefully that's making sense for you somehow. I hope I didn't say Leo somewhere but this is a Virgo reading. So if this has resonated for you, please like it, leave me a comment if it has, and hopefully I'll talk to you in a couple of weeks.